What's up, chickens? You guys doing all right? It always amazes me how these chickens last or are so durable in the wintertime. It's awesome. The only thing I've had with the chickens regarding cold, several years back I had a real little coop and it got really cold in there and some of their combs got frostbit right on the tips. I haven't really had much of an issue since. Very cool animals. It's been so cold here lately that even my my water trough seems to be a little sad. I don't understand, but well, I do understand. It's been really cold. I'm sorry about that water trough. We'll get you into spring pretty soon, okay? A farmer found 2 dead chickens on his farm. What does the detective suspect happened? So you remember that snow I said we were gonna get? It's here. I'm out here making the rounds, just checking out the farm to see if any thing was broken or anything by falling limbs, because a lot of trees fell and were weighed down by all that ice and snow. Well, hello there, Piggy Wiggies. How are you today? Huh? I'm gonna come over and feed you in a minute, okay? I don't have anything right now. What you doing, huh? What you doing, huh? Thanky! What's going on, girl, boy? We have a little bit of wooded area right here. And then back in here, more. And that butts up to a creek. I can actually take you back here real quick just to let you see what we got. We haven't had beavers in a long time here. They're back. So that's super exciting. So here is, we call it the Todd because its actual official name is Todd's Fork. Hey, thank you. What are you doing out here? I wanted to show you if I could find it. That there's been a couple little trees cut down by some beavers. Here's a little one. This guy right here. And in the snow is a bunch of wood chips. I don't know if you can see them anymore or if I'm brushing them away or not. But there was wood chips all around this thing where the beavers had been eating on that thing. I have seen one years ago. And I think the neighbors told tales of giant monster beavers that used to live out here. I've never seen giant ones, but you know, the neighbors said so, so it has to be true. I hear ya. Hear the goats. Oh. Now, what we have out here, I might have shown you this before, but we have a lot of hedge apples. And the animals find them, whatever they are, they eat these, and just leaves these like exploded hedge apple circles. It's kind of cool. Not sure what it is that eats them. What are you doing? You ready for your dinner? Huh? You ready for your dinner? So, Kubo, the black one, is now bleating fairly regularly. So I'm hoping that he is on the way to being totally cured from whatever ailed him. Because that was sad. I mean, he wasn't talking. He could barely move. He couldn't, or he didn't have the strength to do his Buckley business. Put it like that. Yeah, so we let Ringo try. But Ringo's so small that we don't even know if that happened. Anyway, I'm gonna feed him right now. In this nice cold weather. Check this out. See that little path right there? I have never had to duck down or dip to get through it. But the branches are so low right now because of the freezing rain and snow all over it. I'm gonna walk through it and let you see how far down the branches have bent. That's pretty whack. A couple years ago, we had half of trees just break off because of the snow and ice, the weight of the snow and ice. And it's still coming down, so we'll see what happens. I was going through some YouTube videos the other day. Hey, Danky. How you doing there, buddy? And as I was going through them, I noticed one of the titles on it said something to the effect of hobby farm is an offensive term, or something like that. And I'm like, what? That's me. I'm a hobby farmer. Why? How is that offensive? But I got to thinking about it. That person may have thought that farming is so important and critical that you need to give all you have. You need to devote a lot of time. You need to give a lot of attention. You need to learn. And I'm thinking, that person is exactly right. I have known people that have had hobbies, like restoring cars, even crocheting, drawing, puzzles, whatever you want to call it, whatever they want to do. And they give a ton of time, a ton of effort, a ton of money, dedication. They learn the craft, and it's all because they love it. And that's exactly why I do what I do with this farm. I do it because I love it. Not because it's a game or a frivolous activity. It's something, what I get from it is satisfaction of doing a job well, of treating my animals well, of watching them flourish, even propagate. Am I doing it for money? No, 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 no. There is zero money in this for me. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. I spend way more than this farm brings in. But that's okay. That isn't the point. The point is, a hobby can be something that you're very dedicated to. So I'm thinking maybe this person doesn't understand it, and they're misappropriating the word, because hobby farming is, I think, a important calling. You know, someone attuned with the land and attuned with the animals. That most. I actually, all hobby farmers, if they want to put food on the table that isn't from the farm, has to work another job. I work another full-time job. I work a full-time job. So this, by definition, is my hobby. But that's okay, and I hope it doesn't offend anybody that I call it my hobby, because it's not my vocation. It's not what I do to make money. I don't plan on coming on ahead because of it, but I do it for the satisfaction, for the personal growth. It helps me find myself, and I just love every minute that I spend out here. I probably am out here more than I'm in the house, especially in the summer. It's awesome. I just love doing everything I can out here with the animals, for the animals, about the animals, and about the farm in general. I don't know why, I just love it. For those of you that claim you're offended by the term hobby farmer, pish posh. Hobby farming is a good activity, a good thing to do, a good thing to pursue. So those of you that do that, like I do, kudos. I just wanted to get that off my chest. So remember when I was talking about observing and watching, just seeing if everything was a little off? It's things like, this is very subtle, very small, but there is a little piece, a couple red dots there. And the only thing red that can be out here is blood. So you never know, and you become acutely aware that something could be wrong. So you look, you inspect. I forgot to tell you about another positive about winter months. And it's the first time I've ever realized it, because it's the first year we've had wintertime barn cats. But when it gets cold enough, stepping in their poo doesn't matter, because they're like rocks and they don't stick to your boot. So that's a positive, man. But if you get in there right after they do their business, stinky and messy, I'll tell you that. So that's a good thing for the cold weather, right? So one of the really cool things about the pigs and the pig pens is that you don't have to open up a gate to get in and out. I built in gates to move bigger things like the piglets or maybe the pigs themselves in and out. But people, all we have to do, climb up on these guys, go up and over. Even got a little handrail here to help hold. And we are in the pig pen. It is awesomely simple. Their fence is only 3 feet high. But the goats, because they need a higher fence, they need a gate. And their gates freeze to the ground, and the snow gets real thick underneath them. So every once in a while, after a heavy snow or heavy freezing rain, I have to dig it out. So that's what I'm about ready to do right now, dig out the gate to the bucks. And I also have to do the same thing for Zero. So here we go. Now I have to do Zero's gate. I have been working on this gate right here to Zero's pen, because the freezing ice and snow, it just freezes stuff solid sometimes. So snow and ice are a big hassle, obviously in the winter, but it's something you have to live with and something you have to try to plan around. I could not open the gate. Thankfully, there is a second gate over there that I was able to come in and get into his pen, and it was able to be opened. So that was kind of frustrating. I probably won't be able to open that gate till it thaws a little bit. It's supposed to be in the 20s all week, so oh man, my family's gonna kill me when I confess to this, but I have this little vial or spray bottle of something called fart spray. And I've used it on a couple of occasions, and my family doesn't have any idea. One time, all my kids were gathered around taking Christmas pictures, and they were in front of a photography screen of some sort, and I went behind it and over the top and just squirted a couple things on them, and I left the room, and 10 minutes later they all come in and they're like, oh my gosh, it stinks so bad back there, we don't know what happened, it was just horrible, it's like somebody stepped in pig poop, Dad. And I'm like, what, really? And they had put on some Santa hats and they wanted them to stand up, so I think they stuffed them with rags that maybe came in from the barn or something, I can't remember, and they were blaming those rags that they had somehow gotten pig poop on them, and they were just gagging, and it was all I could do to stop, not roll on the floor laughing. It was just super funny. They still don't know to this day, so they're gonna find out on this video, and I think I'm gonna be in trouble. But another one, I was in the car, with my wife, my daughter, my son, and his girlfriend. And he was in the back seat and farted, passed gas. And so it was a perfect opportunity. I squirted that stuff, and everybody was gagging. Everybody was just, his name's Talent. It's like, Talent, what in the world did you do? We actually had to stop at a roadside rest because they insisted that he go check his pants. That was funny. And they still don't know that it was me that did it. Oh, anyway, that's my life. So because all the pigs came last year, I had to make more room to keep the bucks separate. So I built this fenced off area and built this shelter right here. And all it is fencing slats. See that? And it's done a wonderful job. I mean, they're weatherproof. A little bit of a tin roof here. Keeps them out of the weather. Holds up well for long periods of time. And it isn't even in the ground. It's on, I don't even know what those are called, to tell you the truth. Right there. That's all it's on. It's a 2x6 going across. You can see it right there barely. All the way across, and it's in these guys, the 4x4s are what's in the pillar catchers there, whatever those are. So it was relatively simple to do, and that's one thing that you gotta learn on a hobby farm, is doing it the simplest and cheapest. This was simple, mediumly cheap, but it does the job. It does a good job, so I'm happy with it. The pig pen, you can see them right back there eating, is connected to this buck pen, and it goes all the way over here. And then way back to that corner way back there. So it's a nice place. We made that last year too, and that was made with hog panel. Hog panel's awesome. You know, I mean, you can do all kind of things with that stuff. Cattle panel has its place too, and you can do a lot with it. But for the pigs, this is perfect. I am sitting inside what we call our piglets, which is a little calf hutch that's round. There's the doorway, and up at the top it has little air holes right there, and that's it. And I don't have any calves, but I'm going to retrofit it to for the pigs. And all I have to do is very simple, is cut here down to like 3 inches so they can step over, and when that's gone, the pigs will love it in here. It can hold probably at least 4 pigs, 4 adults. I haven't used it yet. I just got them a couple months ago, but I'm super excited because whenever I have different areas to put the pigs, these things are super mobile. You just put them on their side and roll them, and they're lining up to be easily mobile. And I'm just excited to use them because I'll tell you, building structures is fun, but very time consuming, and you can spend a little bit more money than you have. Well, I'm clearing out a little bit of land here where the pigs are. I have to burn some of the brush. So that's what I'm doing on this nice, cool evening. It's not super cold right now. It's probably in the low 30s. So this is an awesome time to have a little bonfire. Anyway, hopefully I'll have all this cleared out so we can have grass growing this spring. Because there was a lot of overgrowth and weeds, or not weeds, but bushes, and it wouldn't let the grass grow. Here's our resident boar, Pawpaw, enjoying the heat. Isn't that right, Pawpaw? Yeah, he loves it. He's like, this feels good. Wow. Stinky's also enjoying it. Well, the detective suspects foul play. Get it? Thank you for watching and joining me as we go on this hobby farm journey together. Please like and subscribe to continue with all the new stories on Rubber Soul Farm. This episode turned into a bit of a confessional, and I'll probably get into some trouble for it, but I don't mind sharing things like that with you. Hopefully we can spend some more time together again. Until next time, you all take care of yourselves and enjoy your animals.